So the Megatron review seemed to go over pretty well. I mean, it could have done better, but here's the thing. It's kind of very different from what I usually do with my content. I'm usually like a gaming-focused channel and stuff like that. To suddenly have a toy review out of nowhere probably threw some people off, but I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to see how it turns out, and because 4th of July is a thing, and in fact, I'm not recording this on the 4th of July, but this is going to go up on the 4th of July. We are going to be reviewing War for Cybertron Siege Deluxe Class Weaponizer COG. I'm just going to call them COG. So Weaponizer COG comes from a subline of figures called Weaponizers, which are basically meant to split apart into multiple weapons that you can then attach to other figures from the Siege line. The fun value of the Siege line is perfectly represented here. So we're going to start by talking about how the figure looks. Figure looks great. I love this robot mode. It looks fantastic, especially the sculpting and the mechanical detail. It all looks really good. Again, I said this in the Megatron review, but the Siege line is really good at just the detailing on the figures, and it's just a really nice look. I would say that the paint apps are mostly perfect, though again, battle damage is still kind of a thing. Actually, this is telling about the battle damage. But I can't tell if that's battle damage or just paint chipping. It could be either or. As for posability, you've got swivel at the shoulders. Head can turn around, though it's a little hard to get your fingers in there to do that. Hinge joint at the shoulders, though it's a little bit, well, okay, it's majorly limited by this. But if you do this, you can move the arm up and down like that. There's another hinge joint at the elbow. There's no fist articulation. He can kick out that far, back that far. He can do splits with zero trouble. Yeah, that's an issue I have with the weaponizers. I wish they stayed together better. I mean, I get it. The gimmick is that they come apart and can be used to armor up the other Siege figures, but like, you know, it's like, and of course, like when I try to demonstrate, like when I try to do it on purpose, I have to actually apply force to get this thing off. But let's be real. The real fun of the figure is how it combines with other figures. Give me a second. And this is the kind of insane bullshit that you can do with the Weaponizer figures. Look at this. This is far more firepower than should be acceptable for any situation. And yet Ironhide's here ready to wreak havoc. I love it. Is it weird that I think that Ironhide would actually go for this kind of thing? Look, the TLDR is, this is what makes Weaponizers great. Now, I'm going to put COG back together, and then I'm going to do the transformation into his vehicle mode, which is actually 2 separate vehicles, and then we're going to close out. So let me just do that real quick. Oh, I almost forgot. Waist swivel. Yeah. He's got a waist swivel. I can't even believe I almost forgot that. Anyways, let's get into the transformation. So the twin vehicles we end up with are actually pretty cool. And fun fact, there's a little tab on the front, and then there's a peg hole in the back, or tab hole, and then you can just kind of connect them together. But it doesn't really stay connected, and this kind of gets in the way, so I prefer to keep them separate when I have them in vehicle mode. Besides, this is how the G1 figure of COG worked. He was 2 separate vehicles that combined into one dude. Kind of like the Autobot equivalent of a Duocon. Duobot? Anyways, to wrap it up, Siege COG is great, and if you're getting any figures from the Siege line, get this guy as well. He works best if you... Oh my god, I just realized... Hello! I don't think that's how you do it. There we go, that's better. Anyways, I love COG, I love 6-Gun, and I'm probably gonna love Brunt. The Siege line has just been outstanding so far, and I'm really impressed. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the review, if this inspired you to pick up the figure or not, and I don't know, just tell me what I did right, what I did wrong, what I could have done better, what I could have done less of, what I could have done more of. I'm I'm completely open to criticism. I welcome it. I encourage it. Even if I don't necessarily say that I do a lot, I do welcome criticism. I want criticism, and constructive criticism, not just calling me an idiot. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and stay sensational. Goodbye.